Hi, I'm Elizaveta and I'm here at Last.fm studios. I just sang a few songs.
Say that you love me, don't let me slip away. Break through illusion and take a leap today.
Well, my story starts actually in Manhattan because my parents were interpreters for the UN. And I was born here, but shortly after I was born they moved back to Moscow in Russia. And that's where I grew up. I went to school, I learned how to play piano, I learned to sing, write poetry, those sorts of things. And then I left. I spent a little time in Europe. And then I came back to the US to study music. And I double majored in music composition and vocal performance, opera performance actually.
There is something in the air, it's like a chill that's barely there, till it cuts you to the bone, unprepared and unaware, fear like a gun.
I started writing things when I was very young. I think I was 6, almost, or even 6 or 7 years old. I was already writing little songs and poems, and I was little stories. And my mom actually, back in Russia, still has like a suitcase full of you know, my masterpieces, so to speak. From the very beginning, I was always attracted to how can I put it, to the structure or to the form of the song, you know, because it's so economical and yet you can do so much in it. You know, the pop song is like, to me, it's like a haiku. You know, like a Japanese haiku. You can see like a great haiku. There's all these different meanings that fall into it, and you know, you could sit there and discuss it, you know, with experts for hours. You know, so I think a good pop song is like that. It's just really a compressed form of energy, and there's a story, there's emotion.
Kiss me in the street. I felt your arms around me like ground beneath my feet. You promised me forever that wouldn't have to ask.
This was it was literally my first performance. It was at my college, it was at USC, and I was going to play. I put a band together, you know, and we rehearsed, and it was at the coffee house on campus. And as I was driving to the gig, and I was all dressed up to the nines, I got into a car accident, and actually the 2 tires on my old Nissan blew up as I was kind of coming around the bend on the freeway. And I managed to steer it a bit, you know, and I got very lucky because there were no cars behind me nor in front of me. And I stopped in a ditch, and I was like, okay, now what? So I called the AAA, but they were taking their time, and I'm running late, and I'm starting to panic. And then there was a policeman going by him. So it was long story short, he ended up actually speeding up the process. So all of a sudden there's like a AAA truck that arrived out of nowhere and picked up my car. But he actually gave me a ride to my gig in his car. You know, and as we were driving, and you know, zooming down the freeway, he was saying, "Oh yes, so, you know, I like music. I like Celine Dion." and then I was so, because I was kind of shaken, you know, but I was like, I had a lot of adrenaline going. So I forgot my purse in his car. So as I got there, and I'm like 20 minutes late, I was like, "Where were you? Where were you?" And I'll tell you later. And all of a sudden, a friend of mine comes up to me and says, "Hey, you know, there's a cop looking for you in the back. What's up with that?" I'm like, "Oh, he has my purse!" So I ran there and I got my purse. So I definitely remember that.